against this rage? How do you want to deal with this pressure from Amante? I could see either coming in when it comes down to play style. So I want to see how Sensei comes to spot, whether they've been prepping all night with this test or whether Amante has just been studying so much against Sensei. How can you find that response? How can you find your way into grand finals to make your bracket easier?
I don't know. I think he's going to have to find many different ways if he's going to want to take this. And I know for one, I am very, very excited. So here we go, folks. They are doing their stage counter picks. They are looking like they are nearly done. Sensei just has to select it, and he has now selected it. He is entering the wing. He is pressing plus. He is on the Pyra, and they are both pressing A. Here we go. We are going to get into game number 1 of Winners Finals. This is the apex of the tournament, the Apex Predators going at it. And it's going to be an Apex legendary set. Here we go. I'm going to grab water. Give me 1 second. Cover me.
Alright, so as we've been saying before, the Apex Predator of Yoshi rocking that dinosaur, but the Apex Blade at Pyra gonna be coming in with Sensei. Probably want to be utilizing a lot of those type of short pressures and a lot of that range. But at the same time, Amante already having a good amount of experience when it comes down to that sword play. So, interesting enough, I probably would have wanted that sort of snake pick coming out. But just gonna play, let's say, I'll be more comfortable with this Cala pick. It doesn't matter what you play or how you play, we're just gonna get ourselves into this game. Gonna be going to Pokemon Stadium. And of course, both of these characters love this stage, but I can definitely see the ways that Pyra can also utilize it for their ground space. And also, another ways that Sensei a lot of lives like to play, a lot of times in those left side positions, like to use that prominence for both. A lot of those neutral Bs, when it comes to pressuring those shields, but a lot of those times, Amante would just hold that shield a little bit longer, or just lay back a little bit, absolutely aware of those type of positions that Sensei's trying to set up. And we have the shield break, the S-Smash is right in your face. We rockin' noggins, we have to go to daycare, and we rockin' all of that stuff. Gonna be taking that first stock off. That is the vibe check when it comes down. Sensei maybe having to do a little bit of changes when it comes down to this test. Perhaps Amante just check that study guide beforehand and just check the chant answers right before class to try and find these little answers. They're going to be playing a lot with the space, trying to set up this ledge trap as it goes in a lot of ways that Sensei likes to go with that counter vote. But the number one issue I do find when it comes down to it, in some ways, Amante does have ways to mix it up. Gonna set up that forward throw again, looking for the up B, but going to get the up tilt instead. I stand absolutely corrected. They're going to be trying to lay this back. Both of them have been able to get these stocks as it is, but the number one thing when it comes to Amante, actually utilizing a lot of that vertical space that Pokemon Stadium has, not only horizontally, but vertically when it comes down to approaches. Just going to be utilizing that when it comes down to bursting in. And just in general, Amante what we actually was able to see a lot of times when it comes down to the sets from earlier, Amante was catching odds of those type of anti-airs, but with the space from Yoshi, with that big jump, it's going to be an even bigger deal for them to deal with.
Also, I'm back, so which means we are continuing to rock. Looks like a pretty decently even game. That's actually, it's decently even, but also a little bit Sensei favorite by the looks of it, if I'm not mistaken. So how did we get to this spot? Would you say?
Basically, Amante got a big shield break that first stock, and Sensei was able to keep that condition forward. Amante, as it says corrected, Amante has actually been this dominating force, but Sensei not any less dominating as it goes, still keeping it even.
No, it's still really close despite a shield break. That's crazy, man. Sensei, despite sounding like he got kind of messed up, has done a good job of messing his opponent up to bring this back to a near, not quite even game just yet. That's gonna be the back air though into not quite more, but the dash attack sent him off though. Yeah, no, this has been a really good showing though so far from Amante, going for those up airs into another up air into the frame trap nair. Not quite able to get the tech tree scenario, but that's might be another up air again, man. Just Amante keeping him in the air, constantly juggling him every which way and juggling his stock right into that blast zone. Amante winning the first game with a powerful 2-stock.
And just keeping up a lot of that pressure. Maybe just that was the curse that Ye forced on Amante. That wasn't just the SDs. It was just that pressure that they were putting on over and over. And Amante saying, let me play that game for you. All of those hits, all of those damage being built up on Sensei whenever Amante just found that type of advantage position. And Sensei, I actually want to see them switch back to the snake and just lay back a little bit. But at the same time, Yoshi can take advantage of the snake pick, so it really just comes down to how they want to play this off.
Yeah, Sensei wanting to double down here, unlike the last set against LQ7 with this with the Pythra. So let's see how they're able to still rock with it, like you said, if they're gonna rock with it. So now that we're on the smaller stage, wait, what? Emergency parking information that can save your life.
Did you get yourself an ad?
Yeah, I don't know how that what? That's just on my desktop. Not like on Twitch. That was like one just popped up on my desktop. Okay, real quick, funny story for you guys. I know we're in winners finals, but funny story for you guys, right? Like I must have clicked on something, and then for like maybe 3 days, I just got this Keanu Reeves Shocks Canada with this, and it was just like some like discount BitConnect thing, and then it was like this whole thing about an interview that didn't actually happen with Keanu Reeves. Oh my god, the shield break! F Smash, that is the stock! But anyway, so yeah, it was this whole thing. And then like maybe for the next week after that, I got meet mature singles in your area. And I don't know how these got here. But anyway, after that, now I'm just getting random ones like why red meat can change your body or something like that. Or like car ads that can save your life. Like what? Why do I don't know why I'm getting all of these. But right now, what we're seeing being gotten is Amante getting this game massively in his favor. He has lapped him in percent, and he is nearly going to get this kill. Nope, not quite. Going to get that double nair instead.
And just in general, speaking of Keanu Reeves, the way that Amante has been playing is, as you said, breathtaking. Getting all those type of stocks with going to get themselves hit with that Province Revolt. Sensei, even with a lot of those type of excursions, gonna keep those stocks even.
That it is, man. At least keeping the stocks even, but the Sense tell a bit of a different story, because as you can see, that nearly killed him. And if Amante got hit with that move, he would not come close to dying. So we're gonna have to see what Sensei can do at these low percents, because this is when Pythra really rocks. You know, the character's combo game is really, really good, but you need a combo starter in the first place that he will not get. Up smash from Amante results in the death of this Aegis, and that we are in a 2-to-1 situation for Amante.
And just in general, when it comes down to how Amante is playing, catching on to what Sensei likes to do out of the shield, whether that be a jump or whether that be a move out of the shield, just keeping up that pressure. And in some ways, Sensei needs to probably lay it back off of that shield area, because that could just, they've already gotten shield break, but maybe they need to utilize more so of that movement for their own areas.
Oh, hydrate? Okay, I got you. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I got you. I actually just got water, so this is good comment.
Hey, did we get a hint from one of our other commentators?
Sorry, what'd you say?
I was trying to see if we were getting a heads up from one of our other commentators, but my bad.
Oh no, we reach you right now. We reach you. All right, but now in a good situation is Sensei, only for him to overextend against an Amante who went high. I think a big reason as to why this game is pretty Amante favored. All right, thank you for that, plus check. I think a big reason as to why this is so Amante favored is because we haven't seen Sensei go for too many safe options, except for there. He went for a really safe nair that allowed him to keep himself out of a bad situation there. But either way, like, I think just some overextensions here and there from Sensei are why this game is so Amante favored so far. But let's see if now that Sensei's starting to patch that up, what he can do with this.
Trying to catch on to those anti-airs with that Pyra side B, trying to set up a lot of that space, trying to lay it back and catch on those anti-airs, but one big hit from Amante will do it. Can you at least find something? We know the ways that a lot of Xenoblade cutscenes like to go. You perhaps find something. Okay, going to get themselves recovered. That was scary, but now jump on the board. They get themselves back to stage. He has brought it back.
Quite getting that up air yet, not quite finding the kill. However, Sensei, the comeback that we've seen is unreal. Amante, though, getting the parry, getting the last hit. That's what he wanted the first time, and he will find it. Amante goes up 2-1, and what a game that was from him. Not getting upset, not getting upset on that game, not having any of that. Damn, just really good plays from Amante. Seriously, you cannot do it justice how he did not choke that one out, because that was definitely looking like his game to lose. that was definitely looking like it could have been Amante dropping it down. As soon as you saw that forward air, you're thinking, okay, this has to be Sensei's opportunity, right? He's going to put himself on the board. He's going to even it up, yada, yada. But Amante stayed consistent. He realized, okay, this is a multi-hit. I can parry the last one and get a really good punish. And he did just so.
Just, even though Sensei was able to at least find some sense of energy, not getting able to finish it off because they weren't able to perhaps get those type of edge guards off the stage. And another thing I didn't really see a lot when it came down to lead straps, not really setting up those side Bs when it comes down to those ways that like to jump in. Even though it does have that type of armor, you do get those type of hits in to build up damage, which you're able to do. But now we're getting a switch here towards the Snake, looking for a playstyle difference, seeing how they were getting caught so much, maybe trying to play a little bit more grounded to catch it up. So we can see if the Snake is the professor here right now.
Let's see it, man. Let's see it. But yeah, no, I think this is a good choice from your boy Sensei to go to the Snake now, because for the most part, Amante loves the air. He is in the air, constantly throwing out those aerials, stopping you from being in the air with eggs, going for those down airs, going for the down Bs, going for everything. Snake is a character who does not play like that. He plays really grounded and does a good job of just staying on that ground to stop you from being in the air. So for the most part, if he plays his cards right, he should be okay. But right now, I mean, positioning be damned. Right now, let's talk about the frame data, because the frame data from Amante with this aerial drift and everything is insane. That's the back air. Once again, Amante staying patient and staying consistent.
And the scary thing for Snake in this matchup is actually the way that frame data from Yoshi can take advantage of Snake and disadvantage, especially when it comes down to recovering. If you can catch on those type of recoveries with that fair and that up air from Yoshi, it can definitely get you a stop in early.
Oh.
Get that stop in, even though 105%, not as bad as the first games go. Can you get the stocks off better?
Alright, well, let's see. He's already making some nice progress to it with that down air into the Nikita trap up tilt. Okay, Sensei reinventing his character just a little bit, going for a setup you don't see just too much. As a result of that, going to be getting that stock nicely. Now trying to get that grenade into the back air as well. Sensei keeping that pressure in tow.
And just liking the way that Sensei, even with not as much stage to work with, still utilizing a lot of it to catch onto Amante's approaches. But now we see Amante fighting that opening. Goodness gracious, how does Amante do it? Just the one time they get those type of openings, they just get those stocks so early.
That he does, bro. Absolutely crazy. Alright, well, that's the Nair. Now trying to still get something started here is Sensei. Alright, he's gonna get that grab, send him off, maybe get just a little bit more. Nope. Okay, yeah, actually still gonna get that grenade, trying to get that up. So now Sensei holding the center stage really nicely. Not even holding center stage, just holding his own stage. Realizing, okay, I can occupy my own space, and I'm gonna occupy that space damn well. That's what he's doing. But now that he's been sent off space into the off stage, it's gonna be Amante's turn to occupy his space and to potentially get that forward air. Nope, not quite. Instead, gonna knock him out of that back air armor, or that double jump armor. Is Amante not able to make the kill though? Once again, this is just a scramble between both players, but it's going to be Sensei getting it on the down throw F tilt, at least putting himself in this last stock scenario. But Amante wants to close it out just like that.
And another thing that Amante has been taking advantage of Sensei, but at first a lot of times with Mythra and Pyra, they love to jump. With Snake, they love to stay on the ground, so that's almost always net for neutral get-ups. And that has been a lot of times when Amante has been able to get those F smashes at the les, a lot of those positions to get it off. Can Sensei find a way to land? And they are not going to do it. The student has overtaken the Sensei, and Amante, okay, gotta be moving on. The grand finals.
What nice plays from Amante across the board, man. He found his way in on Sensei's wall time and time again. He showed that he understood this matchup and the last one impeccably well. He showed that he deserves his spot in grand finals on that winner's side, catching him out of the air and catching him with the up smash to seal it out. What great plays, bro. You love to see it. You love to see it.
We've just seen a really good day from Amante at turning it up after that Yay shot. It was just a good turn up, and now have won, if I'm not mistaken, 6 games straight with that type of pressure.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right.
Really good how that goes.
Yeah, no, you're right, actually. That was definitely 6 games in a row from Amante to put himself over here, because he did have to get the reverse 3-0 against TA. Dang.
Alrighty.
Amazing.
So as we're reaching the end of my doc, we're about to get off right now. I'm hoping y'all enjoyed my own commentary, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say, hope y'all enjoyed. This is my second time doing this when it comes down to it, so I hope it was a little bit more experience than last week, but hope it was a good show. And I'm just gonna go ahead and drop it in the chat.